The rebellion is in shambles. With the recent loss of their leader, they are struggling. But this defeat was not without a victory of its own. For in his final moments, he secured an artifact of great importance. This blade was paramount to the Triumvirate's leadership of Alestia. And without it, their tyrannical grip on the people would surely falter. Having no choice, they give their Grand Inquisitor one simple order. Destroy the rebellion and retrieve the lost blade of the Triumvirate. But Dormek, the new leader of the rebels, has set other plans in motion. Hiding the blade in Valinor, he is confident that it will be protected. This sheltered hamlet is now custodian to the weapon that would liberate the world. And so, it would be met with a gruesome fate by the Triumvirate and their Grand Inquisitor.
Come on, pick up the pace. If we waste any more time, we won't make it out alive. There's no way the Elder would let me live that one down. Are you even paying attention? I know who you are, Seer. Did you hit your head or something?
Valessa has our safety in mind, okay? Forgive her hot-headedness for me. Freedom isn't too much farther. We need to stay calm and think this through. Two guys like us, we should have no problem. We'll be safe and sound before you know it.
Look, they're dying because they panicked. We need to stay calm and think through this together. If we freak out, we'll only end up like them, you know?
She has a point. Our first instinct was to run, but so was theirs. We should let them face the brunt of this attack.
I agree, Ulrich. We can't sacrifice everyone to buy time. I think the people of Valinor deserve far better.
Would you rather perish with them, Valessa? That's what'll happen if you go running out there. We're not equipped to handle this on our own. You have to remember what I'm doing here. It's my job to protect the both of you. Everyone else is expendable. It must be the smoke. Make sure to sit down. The lower you are right now, the better. Are you having trouble breathing?
Yeah, something else is going on here. He's been acting strange for a while now. Is there something you need to tell us?
Did some debris fall on your head back there? I'm starting to side with Valessa on this one. Come on, time to gear you up. I don't care what's going on in that head of yours, but it's not more important than your survival. We're all overwhelmed. It's not just you. Take it. We won't be standing here forever. As soon as we leave this alcove, we'll be vulnerable. I can't take care of you all the time, you know. Now that's what I like to hear. I'll feel better if you have something to fight with. Valessa has her daggers, but you had nothing. Now then, it's time to move. Seems like some of the noise has finally died down. We should start by investigating the town square.
You are confused about all this, right? I bet you don't even know what being the seer means, or how we've known each other for our entire lives. That's normal, but please listen. We only have a few moments before Ulrich notices we're not there. The seer is special. You wield spirits to induce prophetic visions. When you have these visions, you're unable to remember anything. When you wake up, you'll dismiss it as a dream and forget it ever happened. As your scribe, it's my job to help you take advantage of this. We have to follow Ulrich now, but know one thing. The way you're acting, I'm certain this is a vision. That means you can use it for information. I'm relieved. This means Valinor is still fine. When you wake up, use this vision to save everyone. It's your duty as seer to ensure this doesn't become real.
Rise, Sophie, but please assure us of your certainty. We'd hate to act without knowing everything.
The prisoner mentions Valinor over and over. The rebels are hiding something of importance there. Along with recent events, we can only surmise one thing.
The Blade of Exodus.
I am almost certain. But if that's where they've chosen to hide it, it means that our other target is also there.
Your compliance pleases us, Sophie. Your plan was risky, but it worked out in the end. A final interrogation would influence our decision further.
You'd have me interrogate the prisoner once more. If I may be so bold, to what end do you request this?
Not you, Sophie. We want your apprentice to do this. It is time for him to prove his worth.
My apprentice? I've told you many times I want to work alone. It would be more efficient for me to do this myself.
Insubordination. This is unbecoming of you, Sophie. We demand that you obey. The role of Grand Inquisitor can be very dangerous. If we were to lose you, a replacement would be necessary. You must train this replacement while you still breathe.
As you command.
Interrogation? And what would you have me extract? I thought the prisoner was at his wit's end.
Anything to confirm our suspicions about Valinor. If you fail, I will not hesitate to punish you. Remember what we're on the verge of.
I understand, Master. I'll do my best to get you what you need. What are the limits when it comes to my approach?
Keep him alive, Halen. I find that psychological pain is the most valid approach. He cares more for his rebel allies than he does for himself.
Then I will threaten the rebellion's very core. I'm grateful to have this opportunity, Master. Things are starting to line up well for me.
They tend to do that when you have the Triumvirate's blessing. We should take care of this immediately and catch them unprepared. Every moment we waste is a moment they gain, Halen.
So it's finally going to happen, isn't it? What we've been waiting for all these years. Do you think we should tell Sophie our true plan?
So, someone different has finally come. What are you, the executioner or something? I figured it was only a matter of time.
Actually, Sophie said to keep you alive. You seem to underestimate your value, Shane.
You think I'm important? That's not what I expected to hear.
Don't take it the wrong way. You must not know what I meant. You're important as a bargaining chip, and the fact I must keep you alive is a curse. When I'm through with you, you'll beg for death. You see, I'm different from Sophie. He's past the bar. They no longer need to test him. But I'm in the position where results must happen. When we give you back, you'll be a broken man. And soon after, the foundation of the rebellion will crumble. You think we don't know that Damek is your leader?
What?
You'd be stupid not to think we have inside men. I could order Damek's execution in a matter of seconds. You don't value your life, but you value his. Good. Now, I expect you to answer my questions. The Blade of Exodus, is it in Valinor Village? And the one who can wield it, do they live there as well?
We order you to cease your resistance! Those who support the rebellion must perish!
Valessa, your dagger! Spirits, please forgive my misdeeds. I acted only to protect those under my watch. Huh?
What's going on? Ulrich, what are those things?
I don't know. Come closer, you two. This doesn't feel right. Empty suits of armor with a hatred for the rebellion.
Only those who've mastered the spirits could do this. I'm afraid this is much larger than we thought.
That can't be true. The spirits are pure. They aid us.
Yeah, sure looks like they wanted to help. That's not my only concern, though. Look at this. Do you recognize these colors, Ulrich?
No, why would I?
Gold and white. The Triumvirate standard. I would have never made such a deduction, but only they could wield the spirits in this fashion. That's what I'd like to know. They're supposed to be our protectors. Some people even think they created Alestia.
Wouldn't be the first time they attempted occupation. They hinted that the rebellion was involved here. Valessa, do you know anything about that?
I don't. So much has changed lately. With our last elder gone, Miles has been in charge. Maybe he has something to tell us.
It's worth a shot. We should see if he's alive. Protecting you is my goal, but now I want answers. If anyone knows about this, it would be him.
To the elder's house, then.
Yeah. Aren't you glad we waited now? If we rushed in head first, we'd be dead.
Then where are the villagers' bodies? I only see the suits of armor lying around.
That's a good sign. Then they won and fled to safety. Are there any havens in Valenorth?
I'd say the elder's house and the Grand Tree. Fire may not have reached either yet.
Wait. How many people can fit in the Grand Tree?
Hundreds, easily.
Not as good of a sign as I thought. The enemy could be trying to round everyone up, put them all in one place before killing them.
That's dirty.
But it works. We still don't know what they're after. It can't be genocide. It must be something else. Does Valenorth have anything the Triumvirate would want? Did the change in leadership bring anything with it?
Like I said, we'd have to talk to Miles. But I doubt he'd be at the Grand Tree.
But what if there are people in the Grand Tree? Is Miles more important than all of them? It would be cold to let everyone die.
Ulrich, this is larger than Valenorth. Especially if it involves the rebellion. Information could save entire villages.
I don't like what you're suggesting.
Like it's any better than what you suggested? Using the people as pawns to buy us time? How is this any different? This is a matter of Valenorth's future. Such things are under the jurisdiction of the seer. I stand by his side, and you stand by both of ours. That is, unless you want to abandon your job. But that wouldn't look good on your perfect record.
I guess you can fight dirty too. I don't like this, but you have me by the throat. I can only hope that you make the right choice.
What are we going to do?
Good to know we're on the same page. Miles can't be the only one with information.
Are you sure about this? Remember what we talked about.
Valenorth, the Blade of Exodus. There must be something the spirits aren't telling us. Something we could use to take down the Triumvirate. When I touched the blade, I saw our victory, but I'm not trained to interpret such things. I pray for the cooperation of Valenorth.
Another one of those sleepless nights, Damek? I can't blame you. It's been the same with me. Did I hear you say something about Valenorth?
Yeah, I was thinking out loud. In Valenorth, there's a person who can peer into the future. That's why I had Pro bring the blade there last week.
I'm aware of their culture, but their seers use spirits, not a blade. Do you think it will be that easy?
Worth the gamble, isn't it? It's not my place to wield knowledge of the future. But the seers are experts, conditioned from birth. Pro has sent word that the current seer is male. His investigation is progressing slower than I'd like. We need to pick up the pace, and fast. Now that they have the blade, they're a target. The Triumvirate is likely planning their attack as we speak. That's why I've decided to send an experienced fighter.
I guess that's me.
I've had the Mayor of Mazio write up a decree. It will allow you entry and the ability to complete what Pro started. On paper, and to everyone else, it's a simple export. Only Milas knows the importance of this blade. All you have to do is deliver it from Valenorth back to me. That is, with the seer at your side, Ulrich.
You seem to think that will be easy. It's not likely they know the truth of Valenorth. I can bring the seer, but they'll just decline.
Present yourself as a mercenary, not a rebel. Tell them a meeting of importance is happening in Mazio. We want their ability to help with some important decisions.
Dishonesty. Great way to start a partnership.
It worked for us, don't you remember? Look at how invaluable you've become.
So this is it, isn't it? With the seer at our side, they can direct us. We can secure the victory that you witnessed.
I almost don't believe it, but it's true. Though I have to be honest with you, Ulrich. There's a reason why I'm sending you instead of asking Pro.
And what's that?
He may not be strong enough to face what's coming. It's not just the hunch that Valenorth will be attacked. In our victory, I saw its death and destruction.
I see.
So I asked that you protect the seer and his allies at all costs. And when you come across Pro, have him join you as well. I'll make sure to prepare an exquisite welcoming party.
I'll leave first thing in the morning. What did you see exactly?
Nothing you can't fight your way out of, but trust me, it will show them the truth. And when you get back, they'll be ready to fight. But promise me one thing, and one thing only. That along the way the seer touches the blade. If he can wield it, then we have our greatest weapon.
Empty, huh? Just what the hell is going on here?
I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. Where are all the villagers? There must be something here.
Something like what?
Ulrich, the Triumvirate is burning down Valenorth. They seem to think we're caught up with the rebels. Thinking there's no evidence? That's stupid. Look, maybe Milas knew we'd come here. He must have left something behind for us, right? There's no survivors here, so we're back to evidence now.
None of this is helping, Valessa. It's a tree. Nothing more, nothing less.
No, there has to be something here. Come on, Seer. Give us a hand.
No, there's not much here. But I guess if we spread out, we stand a better chance. Not that there's too much ground to cover. If I knew, we'd have found it already. Valessa seems to think Milas left something behind, but he isn't dumb. He wouldn't leave stuff out in the open. If it were up to me, we'd all be long gone. I can't fight your choice, though. It's your village. Let's do our best to hurry and get out of here. Huh? You mean today, or in general? Actually, I come from Alarinthia, practically born with the blade in my hand. Eventually, you grow up and need money of your own. I took the first ship to Mazeo and started selling my sword arm. I don't miss that place at all. It's disgustingly warm and humid. No, I'm with my true family in Mazeo. We have a different When I left Alarinthia, I left that family behind. I made a new one in Mazeo, and they're no less important. We don't go by blood in Alarinthia, but by choice. Yeah, and sorry if that sounds weird to you. There's a big culture difference at play. Not that I expect you to change your ways, but it's always nice to learn about the world. Anyway, let's get back to the matter at hand.
I wish. This whole place is a mess. Honestly, I don't even know what to look for. Milas isn't stupid, though. He'd leave something. Honestly, only a few months. He was thrust into the position against his will. Something happened to his father, the previous elder. But he's done such a good job, it's crazy. The leadership of Valinor did not skip a beat. He must have been training under his father. Nobody knows, actually. He went on a trip to Matsio and never came back. Search parties came up with nothing. It's like he vanished. Normally we'd hold an election, but things were crazy. That and Valinor is really big on family and tradition. Everyone just seemed to expect that Milas would take over. I'd want to get to the bottom of it then. There's more going on than we can take at face value. He'd have his reasons, and I'd want to hear all of them. That's the thing, though. It's not actually happening. If he can explain himself, and we can prevent this, well, then we can deal with it in a reasonable way. We can't condemn him on a vision like this. That's like hating someone for what they do in a dream. Besides, we have no way of confirming this is his fault. I'm making a pretty educated guess. I'm trained to detect this kind of stuff. But it's so weird because this feels like reality. What's going to happen to me? I mean, technically, I'm not real, right? That's hard to take in. This feels real to me. But the way you're acting, yeah, it makes me certain. It's very rare that I become lucid in a vision. But with the evidence at hand, I'm very sure. Better not talk about it too loud, though. I don't want Ulrich to realize something is up. The rules state that only you and I can know. There's entire books written on the subject, you know, but no one must know when they're in a vision. It could screw up what the spirits want to show us. These are gifts, blessings, directly from the realm of spirits. We're not in any position to harm what they give us. Nobody knows, but we assume it's to protect us. If we know it's coming, we can change what happens. Seers have done it time and time again for thousands of years. A lot of people think they'll want something in exchange. That they're planting seeds to reap later down the line. Stupid superstition if you ask me. They just want to help. Yeah, I agree. There's nothing more pure than the spirits. Without the visions, we'd have died out ages ago.
Milas's note. Recently, the Rebel Alliance has reached out to me. At first, I pushed them away, thinking them little more than a rogue group of bandits. But they said they knew the truth about my father. How could they know? In my situation, it was hard to resist temptation. I had to ask them exactly what they knew. The truth shocked me, and I have yet to tell anybody. I might take it to my grave. It's not the truth I expected, but it did shake me to my core. My father was in the middle of an important task. As his son, I felt that it was my duty to help finish it. I have no hatred for the Triumvirate. This is simply a matter of familial ties. Were anybody posed with such a situation, I doubt their actions would differ from mine. It doesn't seem too difficult either. They've given me a blade and tasked me with protecting it. In the next little while, they will send an envoy to pick it up. At that point, I am to send someone special with them. I must keep their name secret so nobody finds out. This envoy, however, will be coming any day. I can't wait to meet him. I've been told that he knew my father, and he would have all manner of stories to tell.
So Milas was working with the rebellion. Apparently, he was sheltering Blade. Could that be why they attacked us?
Doing all this for a blade? Let's be realistic, Valessa.
It must have been very important. I'm assuming Milas took it with him. I don't see any blades lying around here. But about this envoy he mentioned, and this supposed special person. Ulrich, why did you lie to us?
We didn't think you'd come if you knew. I tried to hide it, but I guess there's no point anymore. After seeing this attack, I need to request your help. This is far from the first village they'll raise. They're up to something much bigger. That's why you wanted to come here, right?
Yeah, you're right. There's little time to argue and nowhere else to go. It looks like you got what you needed, Ulrich. Let's get back to the town square. We'll exit the village through Main Street.
Sorry, I can't see all that well. You two will have to lead the way. I'm not as familiar with the surroundings.
This isn't right. Not at all. Where is everyone, Ulrich? There's not a single body.
Like I said, they probably fled to safety. We need to do that too, and fast. There's nothing left for us here in Valenorth.
It doesn't make any sense, though. Think about it for a second. In that alcove, we heard screams. The people of Valenorth were dying. Not only burning, but getting attacked. There should be bodies all over the place.
What are you suggesting, Valessa? Do you think they stole the bodies?
If they did, there'd be blood. There's nothing, not even a trace. Doesn't make any sense, Ulrich. We have protocols for this kind of emergency. There should have been people in the Grand Tree, even if it was those too stubborn to shun tradition.
Why is it so important, Valessa? You seem to think everybody disappeared. We should go to Peregrino. There must be survivors. I doubt we'll find answers in Valenorth. We're on the right track, so let's not waste time. We can reach Peregrino in a couple of hours. Besides, I'm sure that Milas will be there. He can tell you everything, Valessa. I'm sure he knows what's going on.
Such loyalty to the man who condemned you all. If you want to know where Milas is, I'd love to show you. I can even reunite you with the rest of the villagers. What a pitiful little village. It's no fun when they don't put up a fight. Did you know what they did in their final moments? They called out to you, Seer. They wanted your help, and you let them down. I guess the stories I heard about you were wrong.
Sylvie, you already have the blade. Let us leave. We can resolve this peacefully.
No survivors. Don't you remember the rule? Like a garden, we have to pluck all the weeds.
Is that all these people are to you? Sylvie, they have a culture and history.
Yes, but it's not theirs that I'm interested in. In fact, I'm only here to claim the Seer's soul. Everything else was just for fun, for sport.
You don't mean...
My orders had nothing to do with burning down this village. I wasn't supposed to kill anyone unless I had to, either. But you know, my apprentice isn't very fun to train with.
Disgusting. Melissa, take the seer and run. I'll catch up with you at Peregrino.
Where do you think you're going, you two? It would be rude to leave before I'm done with you. Watch, and you'll see why you can never win.
Please, run.
What? What did you do?
I put his spirit to good use, like I planned to do with your little friend.
You're using their spirits to power that armor. Does that mean we've been fighting our own?
Now you finally understand. The force of life itself bends to the Triumvirate. There's no way that you could hope to stop us. As soon as I harvest the seer's soul, I'll leave. Valessa, if you behave, I might let you go. Visit the rebels. Tell them what's coming.